guys, happy Monday. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day, beautiful day. It's a little more overcast here today. The sun is out though, actually right now, but it comes and goes. But I hope you're having a great day wherever you are today. And I just wanted to come on today and say hi, and I hope everyone's had a great weekend and enjoyed their families and got to do something fun and just have a happy time, right? And I also wanted to do something a little bit different today. As you can see, I'm not sitting in my car. I'm inside sitting in my chair. But I wanted to do something just a little bit different today. And I wanted to tell you a story of this. I haven't written no notes, nothing. I'm just coming on here. It is the way it is. And I just wanted to tell you a story of a DoorDash experience that I had while outdoor dashing, and just let you guys see how good God is, okay? And I'm sure that Dash of Faith and DoDash, when they were out dashing, they've had experiences where you said, oh, that is definitely God, because there is no way, it could be anything else, right? And so I just wanted to come on and give you an encouragement today with my story that God is always with you and He is for you, always. And, and I was listening to another YouTuber last night on YouTube, of course, and the Hope Crew, and giving her showing her some love and watching her show. She was on live, and she was saying that she would love to share her testimony, but not all of her testimony is happy. It's it's sad as well. And not all of our lives are happy. We all have been through those times. We have all had hurtful things done to us. We all have those experiences. And in what we can do though is, maybe those experiences are sad and they're hurtful that you go through, but we turn it all around for good, just like God does for us. He takes what was meant for evil by the enemy and He turns it for good for those that love the Lord. So today, with that little happy start, and so on back to that, I hope our fellow YouTuber will continue and find the courage and strength to go ahead and start talking about her testimony if she feels to do so, whether it's sad or happy. But, she can say that now she's at a place in her life where it is happy for her. And that turns it all around for good. And what is going on in her life now. So on that happy note, I'm going to share a story with you about a time when I was outdoor dashing. And I've had many experiences where God has showed up in my life and said, look, and I know I've been there, we all don't see it. We think maybe, yeah, I think, but do we really believe it, right? Unless God steps out and shows off for us, and He shows us, and He will. All we have to do is take notice, because He will put it in your face. And with my story, I will show you how I was like, really? And it was put in my face, okay? So one day I was outdoor dashing, and I had some really hard times in the past before I started door dashing, and someone that I was with told me that we couldn't be together. And I know you guys have all had, your experiences with, spouses or boyfriends, girlfriends, whatever they are. We all have. That's a big part of life as well. But they told me that we, would never be able to be together unless I got rid of my dog. Okay? This was, and when you first start out in a relationship, you're like head over heels and everything else, and you don't see where, that should have been a red flag for me, right? But because, my little dog, I had a little Yorkie, and he meant, everything to me. So, sorry. I will get through this, but that's what I mean. There's times that aren't so happy that we remember. But I'm just gonna share it anyway, okay? I'll get through this. But anyway, so there. So I started thinking, and I looked on the Nextdoor app. I'm sure, many of you in your communities have that. And there was this little lady on there that said that her friend, now you guys, again, this is on a social media app called Nextdoor, and I don't know. I really felt like after all this happened that the lady wasn't really being truthful with me either. But anyway, she told me there was a little story on there about how she had an elderly friend that was in her 80s that had recently lost her dog. And it was a Yorkie, and how she was looking for another one to help replace it, to help her friend, because she couldn't get around easily, and it was her companion, just like mine was. But, I thought, I don't know, and maybe you guys can understand this. I thought maybe I'm being shown, that this would be a blessing to this lady, and it's the way that I would know that, and my dog's name was Tootie, that he was going to be taken care of and loved the way that I love him. And then I could go on and, have my life and with this person, and I thought that that's what I was supposed to do, right? So I reached out to the lady and I told her that I had a Yorkie. Loved him so much. I love him. I still do. And well, I met with her, took Tootie over, and well, in the end, I don't really believe that the lady Gibbet was doing it for the right reason, that it was for an elderly friend. I don't believe that. Now that it all transpired and it took place, I believe she, was doing it, and she actually probably sold my dog. But I that's not the belief that, I didn't charge her anything. I give her, like all the things that I have that he would want. And believe me, he was treated very well. He was my baby. Other than my son, he was like my family. As you all know, they have pets, right? So, and so anyway, I was outdoor dashing. I'm gonna skip the rest of that so then I don't come to tears again, but it's still very hurtful. But I was out dashing and I get this order, okay? And, and I was thinking, I was out dashing, how we try to drive up our acceptance rate and stuff. And I just took it. I thought, okay, in the afternoon, you're like, okay, one more, I'll take a few more and I'm done for the day. And so that's what I was doing. And I took this order and went to pick it up at the restaurant, and I don't remember the restaurant that it was from, but what got my attention was when, after you go on, you get the name of the person after you go into the restaurant, and it was for Emmanuel. Okay, rather long name, we hear that in the Bible, and it got my attention because it's not a very common name. Okay, and I thought, that's interesting, really cool name. It reminded me of the Bible, and of course the meaning, right? And so then you go on to the delivery. Okay, I hit the delivery and it starts, it takes me on my GPS to the house. Guess what? It was the lady's house where I left my dog. Well, I thought, this isn't her name. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I don't want to go up there because, I know my dog's not there no more. But I didn't want that confrontation because I knew what had happened and she did too. And she apologized to me and asked me to forgive her for what she did. But it still hurts, right? So, and I do forgive her. But it's still painful because I loved my little dog so much. And so anyway, I get there and I got the food and I'm like, well, I've got to deliver it. And of course, guys, of all the times, right? Couldn't it just be leave at the door and take the picture and leave, right? No, it wasn't. It said hand to me. So I was like, oh my goodness, Lord, what is going on here? And as I'm going to knock at the door, nobody's coming to the door. But across the street, directly across the street, here come this man. And he goes, oh, you know what? That's my food. I put in the wrong, I don't know why I put in my neighbor's address. It's my food. And I thought, what? Because as we're out there doing those deliveries, you and I both know we've heard all kinds of stories where that stuff goes. And I thought, really? And I go, well, what's your name? What was the restaurant? And I'm asking him stuff. And as he is approaching me, right, because he walked from across the street, and I walked out back toward my car because I couldn't wait to get out of the front of her door, right? Because I knew where I was and what was going on. And didn't really know what was going on, but I knew that I didn't want to be at this lady's door because I knew, the past that had helped for me. So, anywho, the guy's out there and he comes across the street. And I'm asking him questions about his order, to make sure it's the right person. I go, why would you put, and I said the lady's name, her name, I said, I know her. And I said, why, why? He goes, oh, I don't know. But let me tell you what. And he told me his name, Emmanuel. And I thought, wow, he's a younger guy. Never would have expected this. But let me tell you what. As he walked closer to me, this young man with the name Emmanuel had a picture, had a sweatshirt on, and it was, I don't know, it was pretty warm outside, which was kind of odd to me as well. But I thought, well, maybe the air's on, it's cold inside, whatever, right? Who knows, right? We encounter all kinds of people when you're outdoor dashing. So to try and figure it all out would be impossible, right? But what caught my attention, and then I knew why I was sent there and why that transpired. God showed me that as the man walked closer to me and I handed him the food, he knew exactly where it came. He showed me on his phone and stuff where he had ordered it and showed it coming. I said, so, DoorDash tells you the name of your driver. What's my name? And he told me, which, it was kind of, wow. And on the front of his sweatshirt was our Lord Jesus Christ. Right? So let me tell you, I'm trying not to cry again. Again, Emmanuel, what's that mean? God with us. So you guys, pay attention when you're out there doing your DoorDash deliveries. If you have something heavy on your heart and God is showing you that He's with you regardless through every step of it, I want to encourage you that He is, and He loves you, and He turns all things around for good. Even those sad stories. And I believe in my heart when I left there, I was so grateful for that experience because God was showing me that my little dog, my Tootie, was okay. And he was going to get me through that. And that wraps up today's blessing. And you know, it's been a blessing. I always, when I miss Tootie, I think of that story. And I believe that's what God was trying to show me, that he is with us and he is for us. And he never leaves us and never will forsake us. So when you are in those hard places and those hard moments and those hard times, like we all are, reach out to him. He loves you more than anything. And I will share, I have several other DoorDash stories that are like that. I mean, they don't pertain to my little dog. That was the only one I have. But I have stories where God was definitely there. And just embrace it. He's our good Father. He doesn't want anything bad for you. If there is anything bad in your life that's going on, be assured it's not from God. So if you need encouragement today to take that step, to make your first video with the whole crew and with DoorDash and Dash of Faith, all of those wonderful people that are out there, you know, supporting us and giving us all these messages as well, just, you know, go for it. Go for it. Your time is now. And just take that first step. Because, you know, we all have been where you're at, and I'm so grateful for the 50. Wow, I have 50 subscribers. Can you believe it? I'm so grateful for that, and I thank you all for coming and watching these videos. I know I'm not a professional. I'm just me, and that's all I am. That's all I want to be, and that's all I can be, and that's all I'm going to be, right? I'm not going to pretend like I'm somebody I'm not. So, but I do have stories that I could share with you guys, my little DoorDashing experiences and times being out, you know, doing things and what God has shown me. And they're very uplifting and encouraging that he's alive and he loves you so much. Jesus loves you and I love you. And thank you so much for coming to spend a little bit of time with me today on Monday. And you've got a friend in me. I can't wait to hear your story. Thank you. Talk to you soon. Bye.